Welcome to what many consider to be the new home for boxing. We are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at Kingdom Arena. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters.
Sinisa Super Bad Estrada. She won the WBA minimum. Making her way to the ring, it's Il Capo, Chantel Cameron.
This bout is scheduled.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
This is one of my favorite venues. Get the right fight, you got a night of fun.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Just avoids a left uppercut. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Have to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Another scoring shot there. You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Estrada in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
The job. That's a terrible round that is.
Here we go. It's round two. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
The straight right just misses. Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little switch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
The right hook misses. That counter shot lands. despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Estrada in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
I love that. You've been doing so well. Those jabs are slick. She's flustered.
Get back out there and win this round.
Just do what you're doing. You're already doing great.
And there's the bell for round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Just misses with that uppercut. A perfect counter shot. No rest for the weary. Catch and shoot. Missing with the left hook. Good counter punching. She got clipped by that counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Incredible work rate. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Estrada in that last round. Well, things certainly aren't going her way. She's been on the back foot. She's got to turn the tables.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it.
Mix it up. She's starting to understand.
Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Nice job landing that left counter punch. Straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Estrada in that last round. And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. The exchange. Samisa Estrada is hurt. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Scores with that counter. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster.
And you can see it right here. That body shot sent them down, and they weren't getting up.
I need to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Let's do it.
See.
Come on, focus. You just need to recenter. That was a bad round. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Let's go.
Good work. That's it. You're winning the round. Nothing stupid.
Okay, you're switching off now. I can see you switching off, right? You've got this. Once you get back out there...
Do your business.
back to the game plan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson. Looking up first, Tommy the Duke Morrison, the former the Gypsy King, Tyson.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Which fans are going to be happy, which fans are going to be sad, I don't know, but it's the argument I love.
Under the bright lights here. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Perfect counter shot. Throws the uppercut but misses. Good defense on the right uppercut. Slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if you go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
Terrorized them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight is saying, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They exchange punches. That uppercut just missed. And he scores with the counter. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Good punch. How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Morrison in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Man, I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your minds on the job.
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss them. Great work. Stay
You've
focused.
been close in this fight. Now you're going back into it. Now it's a tougher fight and he's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of that jab.
Don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of what you do.
With that confidence, stop him in his tracks. Get
Up. Did you take him out? He's too tired. He's not getting back up.
You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league.
Don't give him no free shots, yeah?
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
You've got to go out there and win.
Gaps will appear. Just keep him on the end of your jab.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Nice counter. You'd like to see more jabs. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Can't score with that jab. It all comes down to what you can do on the inside.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Another scoring shot there. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Morrison in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be this.
There's the bell for round three. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And they blocked the right uppercut. Every time. Oh my God, Johnny! Tyson. And down goes Fury! Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
I got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Can't score with that uppercut. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about fury in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You're being put down. You've got to think right. Survive.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round...
And down goes Morrison. And he drops him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five. Can you continue?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, look at his corner. Look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down. Make the most of the count. Get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee. Save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Oh, what a punch! There's a counter shot. Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Every time they throw a whoa, Johnny! And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you still want to fight?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Both men getting off the canvas in that incredible round.
Absolutely crazy.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. What is this round? That will do it. They want no more. Well, the corner has thrown in the towel, and that will do it. The fighter not happy, but those are the rules. Who thought we'd be fighting at a Gothic cathedral? And yet here we are at Cambrian Hall. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Larry. And here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes. Perhaps the Bronze Bomber, fighting out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the former heavyweight champion of the world.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
Thank you, Todd. You know
All
what?
right.
Outside it's hot. Inside it's roasted.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. That counterpunch caught him clean. Nope, that uppercut does not score. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Nice counter. Can't land that jab. The straight right just misses. Exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill.
Oh my God, Johnny! And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. A much better game plan here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up. I'm Todd Grisham, and welcome inside the Lighthouse Theater. And what a night and what a fight we expect this to be. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Katie. Il Capo, Chantel Cameron, super featherweight, lightweight, light welterweight. You pick the division. She is ready for a fight, and she's pretty darn good. A multi-weight world title holder.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, and now, from Bray, Ireland, here is a 2-division undisputed champion of the world, introducing simply the best, Katie Taylor. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Northampton, England, a multi-weight division world champion, here is El Capo, Chantel Cameron.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
This is an arena fight. You couldn't have got anybody else in this place.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And there's the bell to start round 1. So much firepower here. No rest for the weary. Nice job blocking the hook. This is such an amazing theater. So many great concerts have been performed here, but nothing quite like what we're going to see here.
You're getting everything tonight, and you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses, because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He hit her clean with that right hook. The straight right just misses. Lands the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You box.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're trained to fight a swimmer, you've got to focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Beautiful counter shot. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. They drop their guard, they get caught. scores with that counter. Good defense blocking that right uppercut. He blocks that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Right uppercut just off target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last.
He is switching off. Focus. Center.
On to the third. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The straight right just misses. Miss with that jab. Nice counter shot by her. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Good counter punch. They block the jab. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round.
Focus.
Here's the bell to start round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
She got clipped by that counter. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You've just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in the guess.
How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Carries that jab away. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Katie Taylor in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
So much better before. Just forget that round. Good. I'm happy. I'm a happy coach. I like that round. You were. Okay, it's just focus, breathe again. Once we're out there boxing, you're going to landing your power shots. That's good play. That's good boxing right there. Don't forget the jab.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when they've got in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Straight left lands. He catches and counters. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter punch. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Missed with that right uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, this fight is not going to plan for her. She's got to figure something out. You wonder if her... This is the beginning of round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That jab scores. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Can't land that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Nice counter. Left uppercut doesn't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt. Talk about Katie Taylor in that. There's the bell to start round 7. The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked.
And down goes Il Capo. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You all right?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Ooh, Chantel Cameron just got rocked! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and I think she knows she's losing this round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
She wasn't ready for that counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Cam. Round 8, and we're off again. Desperate times call for desperate measures, Johnny. She just got dropped in that last round. Got to change something in the game plan here to turn this around.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, you've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Just missed with that hook. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this...
What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
You're right!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Good counter shot by her. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Well, it's go back to the drawing. I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine.
It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world. Here comes the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the Bronx.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny. And we're expecting an all-out offensive display. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Well done with that counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Just misses with that jab. A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything, you've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Stamina is off the charts. Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones. And there's the bell for round 2. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Punch, counter punch. Nope, that hook won't score. Catch and shoot. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. These two were made for each other. Nice counter shot. They exchange punches. Those counter punches have to hurt. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
There's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's a counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They're both trying for a knockout. Incredible work rate. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Nice counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Come on, you've let him back into it.
There's the bell for round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Wasn't ready for that counter punch. Misses with the straight left. Just missed with that hook. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Left hook just missed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. Back into the fray here in round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice stop, but that won't score. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
The stamina is off the charts. Every time they throw a shot, they get very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got switch on to the 6th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Through the hook, it didn't land. How about that time counter shot? Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. A perfect counter lands. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Talk about LaMotta in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that last round. Here we go. It's round 7. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Knocked out twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Beautiful counter shot. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
I've got to see that again.
I can't believe it. They are giving up. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.